You're listening to the Coconut Avenue Radio and Podcast Network.
Welcome to Out There on the Edge of Everything, the show that examines, helps you understand, and effectively deal with the interesting edges of life. Broadcasting now from the virtual C344 studios overlooking the edge of Coconut Avenue is your host, award-winning and best-selling author, Dr. Stephen Lesavich.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Lesavich out there on the edge of everything. This episode is entitled, Are You a Disruptor? Many people feel the word disruptor used to belong exclusively to Silicon Valley. It described founders who overturned industries, rewrote business models, and rendered legacy systems obsolete, such as Bill Gates with Microsoft Windows, Steve Jobs with the iPhone, Elon Musk with SpaceX and Tesla, and others. What is a disruptor, really? At its core, disruption is not chaos. It is intentional pattern interruption. A disruptor identifies an entrenched framework, then challenges it. In business, that might mean replacing physical stores with e-commerce, such as what Amazon.com did. In personal growth, being a disruptor means replacing inherited beliefs with consciously chosen ones. Disruption operates in three phases. Number one, recognition, understanding an entrenched framework in your life. Number two, questioning, challenging that entrenched framework and its validity in your life. And number three, replacement, creating and utilizing a new framework. There are two types of disruptors, structural disruptors and personal disruptors. The structural disruptors are the innovators such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, etc., who change well-known business structures, business systems, industries, or institutions. They alter markets, create new models, and redefine standards. Personal disruptors are individuals like yourself who transform their identity, habits, and trajectory. They shift from reaction to intention. They redesign their own internal operating systems and their own life arcs. Personal disruptors are uncomfortable with autopilot living. Personal disruptors practice principled divergence. As a personal disruptor, you are grounded in a coherent value system and you move away from dominant patterns, group consensus, or inherited frameworks. Personal disruptors alter relational dynamics. When you disrupt, you challenge others' stagnations. When you disrupt, you threaten established hierarchies. Personal disruptors accept friction as evidence of forward motion. Here are some signs that you need to become a personal disruptor. You may be a personal disruptor if you feel persistent friction with the way things are. You ask why more than how. You are willing to endure temporary instability and chaos for long-term alignment. You prioritize principles over approval. You redesign your routines instead of merely refining them. Here's a practical framework if you want to become a disruptor in your own life. Apply this structured approach. Number one, conduct a belief audit. List 5 core beliefs about each of the following: money, success, relationships, health, self-worth, and career. Then for each of those beliefs, ask yourself, where did I get this belief from? Is it empirically valid in my life and in my best interest? Does it produce the outcomes I want? Number 2, identify one framework to replace. Choose an existing framework in your life, such as your communication style, your decision-making process, your interactions in your relationships, your daily energy allocation, etc. To identify an existing framework to replace, ask yourself, what does this existing framework cost me cognitively, meaning how you think? What does this existing framework cost me emotionally? What opportunities has this existing framework limited in my life? Where is this existing framework creating internal misalignments? What negative characteristics does this existing framework reinforce in me? Number 3, Design a new disruptive framework. Define your new disruptive framework explicitly. For each new disruptive framework you are creating, ask yourself, what principles will anchor this new disruptive framework for me? What behaviors will I visibly change with this new disruptive framework? What new boundaries will I enforce with this new disruptive framework? What skills will be developed and utilized with this new disruptive framework? Number 4, install disruption-based alignment metrics. Instead of measuring outcomes, measure alignment to your new disruptive framework on a daily basis. Ask yourself, did I act in integrity with my new disruptive framework? Did I create value for myself with this new disruptive framework? How many decisions this week align with my declared principles in my new disruptive framework? Where did I compromise in my new disruptive framework? Why did I compromise in my new disruptive framework? Disruption alone creates attention. Structured disruption creates value. Principle disruption creates lasting impact. Creating and using a new disruptive framework will create a significant positive impact in your own life. Until next time, I'm Dr. Stephen Lesavich, out there on the edge of everything, being a personal and professional disruptor myself.
You have been listening to Out There on the Edge of Everything, the show that examines, helps you understand, and effectively deal with the interesting edges of life. For more information on your host, Dr. Stephen Lesavich, please visit slesavich.com. For more information on prior and future shows, please visit coconutavenueradio.net.
This is the Coconut Avenue Radio and Podcast Network.